Hey guys, we are back with another rebuild. This time we're rebuilding a team that has been touted by some to maybe be Premier League relegation candidate. A poor transfer window, not many signings coming through the door, a lot of people leaving, and question marks over the future. Are they going to get a point deduction again? It remains uncertain, but we are rebuilding. Everton. We come into this team that is sort of aging. You have a lot of players above 30. Jordan Pickford is probably one of their best players. He's 30. Decore is a very good player of theirs. And in its updated database, so we have lost some good players like Onana, Ben Godfrey, some players that you know matter to us. New Mopai has left as well. We have brought in a few signings. Honestly, I think Jesper Lingstorm is probably the best one. He's a very good player indeed. Jake O'Brien, I don't know who this guy is. Never really signed him, so they spent a lot of money. They managed to get Broja through the door right at the end, at the death of the transfer window. So we have a completely updated database to the transfer window. Saudi's still open, so some players might be leaving, but this is the most updated database. A transfer window has ended in the Premier League. Uh, we have a lot of big balance, but we don't have any money to spend. We're going to simulate through this season. We are going to get a formation. I think with our sort of team, aging team, it's going to be hard to play some gegenpress. They do have good natural fitness, my players, though. If you look at best positions here, we have a lot of advanced forwards, some ball-winning midfielders, but a lot of strikers, or people that can play in that striker position. So for me, I think I'm gonna go for vertical tiki-taka, and I want to play three up front. I think I'm gonna play three up front with a narrow formation, exactly what I kind of wanted. You are going to be a ball winning on the defend, and you can be box to box. This is probably what I'm going with. Advanced forward. We can have a pressing forward and uh, complete forward. Honestly, I don't know. Let's just do a deep lying on support. Um, we have a large striker, so not too worried. But I think Lindstorm is gonna have a field day here. Patterson, actually one of the better players in this team. They still kept Branthwaite though, so they have kept some good players. Onana leaving was a big one, but let's see what happens in 5 years. What I want to do with Everton is I want to be able to win an European competition ultimately, potentially the Champions League. When I see how we do, I do want to challenge for the Premier League and win an FA Cup / Carabao Cup. So I want to win 3 trophies. Everton is kind of been on a down period for a long time now. Their last trophy was what was the last trophy? Wow, they last won the Premier League in 1987, last won the FA Cup 1999. So it's been a long time without a trophy for this club. Maybe it's time to bring back the glory to the Toffees. We're back with the Everton. Back in the Everton. How have we done? Season 1. 8th place and an FA Cup. That's what I'm talking about. That's one of the challenges done just like that. Immediately striked Wrexham 5-0. 4th round we beat Leeds. 5th round Luton Town extra time. Quarterfinals Aston Villa. Semi-final Bristol City, very easy draw. Semi-final we beat Liverpool though. That is one heck of a game, and we won on penalties. Enzo Endo and Miss Chiesa scored. We were down 1-0, and then Beto scored 1-1, and they scored, and then we equalized. XG wise, we were not the greatest team, but we are finishing in 8th place and have won a trophy already. So the Everton fan base can already be happy. Beto with an average rating of 3rd, Jesper Lindstrom with 1 goal, Beto, 7 man of the matches. He's had a great season. No goals over there though. How much money? What? How do they have this much? Wait, there must have been a takeover. Wait. Tycoon takeover in the first season. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a party with this 700 million in the budget. You are kidding me with that much. 23 from Beto, Calvin Loonan with 22. Very good, very good. Lindstorm, I don't think there's an option to buy, so um, sadly we won't be able to bring him back. But I think with that amount of money, surely we improve this midfield. I think the midfield is probably the worst part of the team. But we also got to fix the aging of the. Probably gonna get rid of the aging players. I'm looking at anyone past 31. I'm probably looking to sell. Even Jordan Pickford, to be honest, 270 million. We can probably get good players all around. And then I think our defense. We're gonna center our defense around our young Englishman Jarrad, and then Tarkovsky. He is aged. Mikolenko. He's an okay left winger, left wing back. He's not the best. Patterson, he used to be a wonder kid, but as you can see, he's good, but he's not, the greatest. He had a good season though, so I'll definitely try and keep a hold of him. But the Corey, he had an okay season. Gardner actually had a good season, but I would be able to keep him. He's a good player, one for the future. Lindstorm though, very unhappy to be losing this guy. He has performed very well for me, and probably find someone as good. Broja, I'm happy with him leaving. I mean, he had a good season, but compared to the other two, I'm happy. I can go to a two at the back, two forward. Let's see what let's see what the window brings, because I'm very excited. We're in the Europa League. Man City are champions. Wolves relegated, which means MateusG is up for the grabs. Very good striker, very cheap as well. And then they also have. Oh no, they don't have. They have Roberto Firmino. They go on free, but they have Andre, who's another great player who they bought in actually in the transfer window. Aside from that, they kind of don't really have that many players of quality. Probably those two are the main ones that I would target. I don't see. Maybe he's injured. I don't see Joe Gomez. Oh, Joe Gomez is actually a really good player as well. That's the one I was looking at. Those are probably some picks. Ipswich. They do have some young players with some potential. Jack Clark is a very good player, 24 years old. They bought from Leif Davids, also a pretty good Englishman. And Leicester, not the greatest team. They have Odward, who actually was playing pretty well for Crystal Palace last season. Aside from that, they don't really have much to their name. Probably one of the weakest teams. They did buy this guy who's pretty good, but he didn't get any game time. So let's see what happens. I'm excited for next season, and let's get cracking. Hey guys, we're back with Everton rebuild. It is. Season 1 was a success, just with the tactic. Season 2, we knew we'd got a Tycoon takeover. I think this is my first Tycoon takeover in a rebuild. And every save I've ever had, I've never had it happen, which is crazy to think about. Let's go into the transfers, because we have quite a few. 262 million, not counting the 95 million that bought in. First signing was Aruna Sangate, who is a 23-year-old defender. I think has potential to become a good player. Andre from Wolves, great player. We've played 4 matches. Mikel Gutierrez from Girona, very good left back to really improve that position. Leif Davids, also a left back to, get him some game time. He's English, so that fulfills our requirements. Anel, who we bought from South Sheffield United. You know, good defender, solid. Matt O'Reilly, a good midfielder. Amir, who I bought in, looks pretty good. He looks pretty good in the second divisions, so decided to pick him up. Helder is a backup goalkeeper. Oscar Glut, who is an absurd player, really needed another attack midfielder to fill the hole of Jasper Lingstorm from loan. He's the man. Danilo, another midfielder that strengthens our side. 2 goals from the midfield is crazy. Max Aarons, 30 million right back. We need to improve that area, and that's the player I chose. Roberto Piccolo, someone interesting. He didn't want to join us, but he scored 18 goals last season in Serie A. I decided to get a punt on him on loan. He looks pretty good. Osman Diamande, on the final few days, he decided to join us. 53 million, a great player. And Karim Konate for 44 million. 3 goals already as well. So we spent a big money. Who did we sell to make up some money? Dwight McNeil, who really didn't play much for me last season. Michelento, the left back, who we replaced. Minu Mopai, who we sold for 10 million. And Mason Holgate. So, 4 games already played. Let's see how we are doing. In the league, we're towards the bottom, as I can see here. We have won the Community Shield, though, on penalties. We look like a maestro of penalties. We were 2-0 up. They managed to equalize, but we managed to beat them in the shootout. Doku missed there. But in the league, it has been tough. 4-4 against Bournemouth. 2-2 against Arsenal, and then losing to Brighton and Man City. Honestly, I would have taken the first 2 results. This is not great away. At home, losing to Brighton is not a good game to be losing. But at home, getting a draw, it's okay. We did change tactic though. Maybe that's what's causing a little bit of a. I think this team is stronger on paper. We're a stronger team than last season, so we should be able to get better results. Let's keep at it. Let's see what happens in season 2. Hey guys, we are back with the Everton rebuild. It's the second season. As you knew, we splashed a lot of money. How have we done in the competitions? It is a 15th place finish. Wow. That is atrocious, if you ask me. That is atrocious. That is a season to forget. Minus 20 goal difference. Wow. That is crazy to think about. We improved our defense massively and we conceded so many. How am I still at the club? How am I still at the club? Ooh, the atmosphere is horrendous. But the fact that I'm still at the club, it baffles me. I should be fired for this. Wow, we didn't win a single thing besides Community Shield. 15th place. I should be sacked on the spot. That is atrocious. That is atrocious. Did we like underdo our XG by a massive amount? Expected goals on performance. Oh, 21. That's insane. Minus yeah. So we underperformed our XG by -6, but that isn't. We allowed 58 goals, but we scored like basically no goals, which is crazy to think about with the attack we have. Karim Konate and Calvert-Lewin. I'm very weird. Like, what happened? 14, 12. Bricolius scored 10. So I'm just confused of how we haven't scored more goals. But if I stay, they have kept me at the club. 140 million. I feel like we can definitely like fix things. We had a tycoon takeover, and then the owner left, but we haven't had anything since. The money has been absolutely evaporated. We have a lot of debt, which we have to fix. We'll fix that. We have to sell some big players. We have a lot of players that are unhappy that want to give more game time that we're gonna sell. So let's see what we can do in this off season. We're big disappointment, but hopefully we can come back for season 3. Hey guys, we are back with Everton Rebuild Season 3, and I can say the transfers are immense. as we go into the transfers. We start off with Kyle Walker, my first signing for 5 million. Brought him in. He is 36, but he still looks like a very good right back who can play centre back as well. We did make some sales. We loaned out some players. We've seen those. Then we bought in 197 million. We sold 236. The first signing was a striker, Benjamin Šeško, for 54 million. Very good. And then we bought 5 free transfers: Frank Kessie, Kepa, Lazar, Luis Felipe, Andrea Calpini. Very good players. And then we spent Dominic Solanke for 9 million. Then we bought the Laporte on a freebie as well. And we brought in 4 more players. Sheldrop, very good player. He just had an amazing season in Portugal's B team, so I think he's ready to be promoted. Pablo Torre, someone who I think has a lot of potential, 15 million. Serge Gnabry has a late freebie, and we bought in Endrick for 99 million. He looks phenomenal. So I kind of bought a lot of players. Tactically, we did change it. Now it's a 4-2-2-2. Our best 11 looks like this: Endrick, Calvin-Lewin, Calpini, Oscar, Kessie, and Lazar. I am debating if I should play a free up front formation. We also have a lot of midfielders. We have a lot of defenders. We have Laporte and Luis Felipe as backup options on the centre backs, and then we have Leif Davids and Gutierrez on the left. On the right, we have Kyle Walker, Max Aarons. So I think we have a very strong bench as well. We do have he is injured for a long time, 4 weeks, 2 months. It's kind of sort of why I bought Endrick. So right now Endrick is going to be playing, but Konate, we have Benjamin Šeško, so we have 4 good strikers. So that's kind of part of my plan, and we have a good goalkeeper in Kepa as a backup. So right now I think we definitely strengthened the team. We are currently predicted finishing 8th with the signings. Don't have a player up there yet, but predicted 8th, and the has been good, the fixtures so far. Preseason was pretty bad. I was messing around, tweaking around with formations. I kind of sorted out my tactic at the Girona game when we won. I was like, yeah, this is the right one. Beat Chelsea 2-1, beat Aston Villa 1-0, Blackpool 3-2, Ipswich 2-1. So has been a completely different start than last season. We are also scoring more goals already, I can tell, conceding less. So right now it has been pretty good. Let's see how the end of the season treats us. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? We are back with season 3 of Everton Rebuild. It has been a season with crazy moments. Did we sell anyone? I came to the January transfer window and I don't know if I sold anyone. No, no one got sold in January. So how did we do? Let's find out. It's 5th place, but it's Champions League football for us. Goal difference is kind of even, 62 points, just above Manchester United. Ipswich, Hull, and Burnley get relegated. Have we done anything in the cups? 4th round and quarter-final, so nothing to be done there. Top scorer is 32 goals he had. We had two strikers on 9, with 11 goals, tied for 9th. Good season overall. Definitely a lot of strong points. In terms of goals, not a lot of goals. Should have had more goals. I can see here he was injured. For 3 players scoring more than 10. I gotta make a decision now. Is Benjamin Šeško improving? I have Endrick. Calvin-Lewin is getting to an age. Maybe it's the time to sell him to Saudi. He had a good season. I still have quite a few players that are unhappy that I can maybe, ship them off. So really just gonna see how things fall. We have 68 million, so we still have quite a bit of debt that we need to cut back. So we're not gonna be signing a lot of players, but I think this team is strong as it is. I don't know if we need more signings, to be honest. I think the team is strong as it is. I don't know if I need any real big signings. So maybe 1 player, 2 players maybe, but we'll see what happens next season. Hey guys, we're back with the Everton rebuild, season 5. So I thought we would stop in January, have a little look how things are going. We brought in some signings. The biggest one is Pedro Porro, someone who can increase our output in the right wing back position. We did sell a few players, loaned out Benjamin Sheshko. I think he wasn't playing a lot, so I want him to play more games. He's doing pretty well. We also got Trubin on a freebie, which is definitely important. We've conceded 25 goals in 20 matches, 7 clean sheets. Isn't the best. We got Ivan Toney. That's why I loaned Sheshko out. So because we had Ivan Toney come in, we have this guy who I think can be. I mean, I'm not gonna use him, but he looks like he could be a really big asset. Um, Anyone else I signed in? Not really. That was about it. We sold Branthwaite to Burnley, some other players. But besides from that, not much has happened. Tactically, same formation. We have kept, just improved the right back position, keeping the same players to really give a sense of familiarity for everyone. I really do like my back line. I think it's very strong. But how have the results been so far? As I can see here, Carabao Cup, Tottenham, the reigning champions of the Premier League, beat us. They also beat us in the Premier League, and Manchester United beat us in the Premier League, and Bournemouth and Tottenham. Tottenham have beaten us 3 times already, so not the greatest news if we want to do a title challenge. But besides them, we have lost 4 Premier League games. We won quite a few. Uh, we have lost to PSV in the Champions League, but we have beat Bayer, Rennes, Monaco, and Villarreal and Salzburg. So it's a little bit weird. We're currently sat in 5th place. We are very far from the title fight. One loss only, and it's to us. Man City have stormed back, losing only 1 game. We lost 5. We lost to Tottenham twice, Manchester United, Bournemouth, who, a little bit of bogey team for us. But we're sat in 5th, not the worst position to be in. Uh, we have been knocked out in the Carabao Cup, which is not greatest. Um, but in the Champions League, we're doing pretty well. So hopefully, we can keep the momentum there. 13 goals, we're scoring a lot of goals. FA Cup against Fulham, so let's see what the rest of the season entails. It feels like we're kind of going to stay around these positions, but you never know. Man City could have a really bad second end of the season, which lets us in. Our goal difference is 15 right now. As of right now, we are scoring a decent amount of goals. We're conceding a good amount of goals as well. So let's keep at it and see. Do we have any money to spend? Not really. We don't have any money. So, and we're in the red. So we'll see what happens. Hey guys, we're back. Last season, going back to recap, we have won a trophy, FA Cup in the first season. We have gone so close to winning the Premier League. They have been really good. It's tough to, the teams aren't having bad seasons. It's not. They're always up there, so bit of a struggle. Jump straight into it. It's a 5th place finish. Tottenham 90 points. 90 points. I just nicked one of their best players, and they're still 90 points. And as you can see here, Arsenal had a down year, but you see the top, the teams that you expect at the top. So it's been a bit tough. But what about other competitions? Semi-final, quarter-final, no trophy to be won. Real Madrid have really stopped us in our tracks for 2 seasons now. Wasn't the season to be. 66 points. Tottenham have been super annoying. Even here, the teams are up there. It's very unfortunate, but I think we have a really good team. This team is superb compared to the Everton team that nowadays we have, 2nd place finish, 5th place. We had 2 5th place at this really awful season, and an 8th place. So I would say the rebuild has been successful, although we have failed to beat Tottenham. They have been really strong, and like I said, we had a good season. We should have won it last year, but it was tough. And yeah, 119 million, I guess. We've made up some money. Did someone get, how did we make that much money? Interesting. I guess it's just the end of the season, so they gave us some money. But without further ado, let's check the selection info to see how we have done. 20 goals, Seshko. So I guess if we did another season, Seshko would be the main striker. Not really that many goals this season. 4 players performing to a high level, but we had a drop off in goals, so that definitely affected us. Our goal difference 25, so we didn't deserve to be up there with the big boys. Uh, but still, I'm very happy overall with the rebuild. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment what team you want to see next. We'll catch you next time.